So today I'm going to be making my goats a new hay feeder. I've got a pretty good idea, so let's get on with it. So basically what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using 2 of these hay baskets, right? They normally slot over like a metal gate or something for like use when they're lambing. And I'm going to use this pallet and I'm going to saw out like 3 of these bits on this side and then another 3 on this side. And then we're going to slot the hay feeders in there, and hopefully this should be a pretty good budget-friendly hay feeder option. And we're going to drill the pallet onto the side of their climbing frame so it's nice and solid and it's easy to access for them. So the idea is I'm going to straighten this out and I'm going to drill this onto there so it's nice and solid, and the hay baskets can be accessed from this side and that side. So when the 2 new goats come, there's kind of 4 hay feeders, 2 on each side that they can get to. I will leave the ones they've already got out anyway, just so they've got a bit more space where they can decide and move around and that sort of thing. So with that now nice and solidly in place, I'm going to start sawing out the 3 sections I need from this side. So I'm going to do 1, 2 and then 3, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. But that might be interesting from how I've drilled it in, but we'll see, we'll get to that. There we are then, the 3 bits are drilled out. I just hope this fits. The thing is, the bottom bit fits fine, but this, the top bit, is like literally I think about that much too big. Henry? As you saw, that didn't work, so I've got a new idea. We're almost done now. The idea is, it's a bit weird. Basically, this is all loose. This has been cut, that's been cut. These 2 have been cut, that's been cut. It's just this one left, and that'll come off because, as you saw, these bits are like just too wide to go in. So basically, I'm having to cut most of the pallet apart, which is not what I wanted to do. It's going to make the pallet a bit weaker, a bit more loose, but it should be okay. Oscar's being really weird, like really weird. Henry's just following around. He's just there, you know, he's just helping. There we are. This should be okay. Yeah. And then sick. That's sick. Look at that. Honestly, this turned out way better than I thought. My original idea I thought would be amazing, but this I think is actually way cooler. But look at that. That's incredible, and it'll hold a lot more hay than the ones that they've already got, and shouldn't drop as much on the floor either. But look at them. This is kind of the idea. We wanted it quite high up so they looked up and had to like reach for it more, but look at them. That's sick. And then there's also space over there for more. So that means basically, if I need to put more hay out for them, I can just buy another one of those baskets and slot it on the last bit of the pallet, which is really cool. And there's also plenty of space there for lots of hay for Henry, Oscar, and the 2 new goats we're getting next week. Because if you want to find out a bit more about those 2 new goats we're getting, I've got 2 videos linked up in the iCard up there for you to check out. So I've only filled it up a little bit, but already Henry's going for it. Like, look at this. Honestly, it holds so much hay in there, which is great, because we're going to fill it up to the top, and then we'll probably put some stuff in the other one as well, which will be really sick. I don't think Oscar's really understanding the point in this so far. There we go. He's a bit confused still, Oscar, but, you know, that's sick. Look at that. Honestly, it's a great success. That is an incredible job I've done there. I'm really, really happy with it and how well it's working. Henry and Oscar are both eating from it. I'm just hoping when we get the new goats that they let them eat, because Henry doesn't let Oscar eat on the same side as him, so I hope Oscar doesn't do that to the girls as well, but we'll see what happens. But that's really cool. Also, I will say it's like really, really cheap to make that. Like, I only bought the 2 hay baskets, which were I think £21 each, which is a bit more pricey. It's like 42 quid or whatever, but 42 quid for that, where they can eat really well and effectively, instead of like 100, 200, 300 quid, however much some of these pre-made proper metal structures are. It's a pretty good option, I think, because you can get pallets for free pretty much, or you can pay very little money to get one, and I'm sure everybody will know someone who can get them a pallet or something like that. So that's really good, and I'm really impressed with how well that worked. I mean, if I were to do it again, I would have used a different saw, because the saw we have is crap. It's really bad, but it does the job. Or I would have just taken the pallet home and used the jigsaw at home, and that would have just made everything done in about 3 seconds, which would have been incredible. But before we end off, I've got a couple more things to do, so I'm going to go do that real quick. Like I did with the climbing frame over there, I want to cut a hole here through those 3, just so the goats can get into there. And I've got an idea for that when the kids I'm getting in a few weeks, when they have kids in the future, this is going to have a very important role. But more on that in a future video, I think. So that's one of the things done. All very lovely, very easy. It wasn't too bad to do. Used the mallet basically and just broke the bits off. The other thing was, in their shed, we've got all the straw in now. This is basically pretty much a whole bale. This is kind of just what I'd left lying around. So I whacked it all in here, and the goats haven't slept in here yet, I don't think, but they spent a lot of the time this morning in here just eating straw, just walking around eating it all. But yeah, it's good. It's nice and filled now, and you can see there's quite a lot. I mean, now they've compressed it down a bit over there. It looks a bit less, but yeah, it's good. It's really good for what we wanted. So yeah, I wanted to say thank you for watching. Do give us a subscribe, because that was really sick. It was a really good because I was sick. It was a really good budget challenge sort of thing for the goats. They really needed, but I didn't have much money to spend on it. And to be fair, it worked out really well. The goats like it. Henry likes it more than Oscar, I think, at the moment. But Oscar's just walking around, aren't you, little man? You're just walking around. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the tank. Look at the size of him. Yeah, we're talking about you, Henry. We're talking about you.